Late season in Iowa is a special time of the year for a deer hunter. With the right weather and food source, it can make for an entertaining evening sit if you choose to endure the blistery temps. This time of the deer season provides great opportunities not only to spend time with friends and family afield, but it can be a great way to top the freezer off with fresh venison for the winter months. As we approach the final days of deer season, we continue to refresh our weather apps in hopes of catching up with a buck one last cold front. We are just rolling out of North Dakota here. Me and Brenner are headed back to Iowa. I'm gonna get back home here at about 1 in the morning, and then we're heading down to my lease. Gonna get some stuff set up down there for muzzleloader, and we got a cage blind in the back of the truck. We're gonna get that all set up, get everything kind of situated on the property for late season hunting. I got a handful of cameras I gotta get out, and then we're gonna kind of let that soak till the end of the month. We'll put up a tower stand. What do you say? Just wrapping up on the lease here today. It is almost 3 o'clock. We just got here this morning at about 8, so we've been spending probably the last 6 hours out here. Got the cage blind up. As you can see, got the corn knocked down, got all the cameras up, situated for late season. We're gonna head back to the house, maybe wash the truck off, and we'll be back in the woods here shortly. $150, right on the money. I'm gonna fold up like an accordion if it goes. We just picked up Scott I just picked up Scott from the airport. It's New Year's Eve. Let's head back to the house right now and dump Scott's stuff here, and then we're actually gonna run down to the lease. I haven't been down there since we set up a tower stand here earlier in the month. We got a bunch of standing corn. We're gonna try and maybe knock those more down. We got some phenomenal weather the next like 7 days. I've been holding off on this muzzleloader hunt. We got a few other really cold days in the forecast also coming up, so we should have a pretty good chance. Got a few really nice bucks on the lease. Hopefully one of them makes a mistake. We're gonna hopefully finish out the year here with my final tag down here in Iowa. Got set up here in the blind. It's 3 o'clock. It is brutal cold out. I feel like temperature right now is like 12 to 15 below zero. We got a stiff 20-mile-an-hour wind. We're sitting on the lease tonight in the cage blind. First sit, Iowa Muzzleloader. Pumped to be in here. We got a few solid bucks on the cameras. It was just too good of a temp drop to not sit here. I mean, it's about 40, 45 degree temp drop between yesterday and today, so I feel like if we do see deer, we're gonna see pretty much every deer we got on camera here tonight. But we're just gonna hang tight in the blind here. Hopefully the Optima will bark tonight. We make something happen here in Iowa right away. Day one. Tonight was not a bad night. Deer kind of acted weird, came out into the plot. We had probably somewhere around 10 does and one buck come across the pasture, jump the fence. We're in the corn by us for a while, and it's just so windy out tonight. They kind of start getting all squirrely, and one of them boogered, and they all just took off and kind of blew the whole field up. So I think that definitely didn't help us. I think some of those other bigger bucks probably were on their way, but they kind of ran back to where a lot of the deer are coming from. So I think that kind of prevented anything else from coming out. But we got out clean. We're gonna try getting back in there tomorrow. Wind's supposed to die down, so it should be a really good night tomorrow night. It's gonna be just as cold. Just eating some venison Philly cheese steaks and some red potatoes for supper tonight. Gonna get our minds right for tomorrow.
It'll be easy to pick up. I'm in that ditch here. Hey, he's right here. Hell yeah, man. Well, tonight was one of the most unbelievable nights of hunting I've had. Definitely one of my top nights, especially late season. Came out here on the lease tonight. This is our second night here in the cage blind. Last night was just super windy. This is actually the buck we were in here after. Last night, just the deer really got spooky from the wind and cold and everything, and they did not really want to commit into the food plot that long. But storm cleared up here this morning. Wind died down. It was just a perfect night. We actually snuck into the blind. We already had deer in the food plot. Had a really nice old deer that I've been getting pictures of all fall. I probably would have shot him, but he's all busted up. Hit a bunch of non-typical points that he snapped off and stuff like that. So decided to let him go till next year. But this buck came in kind of with the first big group of does and came into the plot perfect. And he was the one we were in here after. Gave me an awesome broadside shot at probably like 80 to 100 yards. He only went 15, 20 yards from where I shot him. Just an awesome end to my season. This has been one of the best years of hunting I can remember. I was fortunate to take a few really nice bucks in a few states and capped it off here tonight in Iowa. The doe I shot here, she's about 75 yards away up towards the blind. So we're gonna get her tagged too and get her out of here. What an awesome night in Iowa. I do have one more doe tag left. Would love to try and fill that over the next few days here at the muzzleloader. And just what an unbelievable season. What an awesome night of hunting down here in Iowa. Nights like this is what you live for as a whitetail hunter. We'll fill that last tag of the year. It's 3:15. We just got set up in the blind. We actually just have a deer in the blind right now. We got one doe tag left. It's a little warmer today. Well, actually quite a bit warmer. It's about 30 degrees. It's gonna probably dip down to like 25 right before dark. So it's warmer, a lot warmer than yesterday, but it's still cold, plenty cold. So these deer are gonna move tonight, still pretty good. And hopefully we can do a little herd management here. I mean, we've got quite a few does on this property. It's just a few times I've sat. We always see a pretty good number of does. So we're gonna try and see if we can do our part here tonight and fill up the freezer at the end of the year. It's the second one from the right. He's there. She's going to the right now. We're tagged out, buddy. Shut. Why do they keep coming out that side? The 2022 season is one we will never forget. It provided us with many highs and lows, but ultimately allowed us to grow as outdoorsmen. The stories we created will last forever, and on behalf of the Breaking Point, we cannot wait to provide more to you all in Season 10.